morning. So I'm going to give an overview for Microsoft Dynamics Business Central. So let's start with showing you how the system works and yung interface na makikita po natin when we access the system. So as you can see, I'm currently using Microsoft Edge to access the system, but you can also use other web browser like Google Chrome to access this system. So let's start with showing you the company name. As you can see in my upper left part, so you can see here the name of my company that I'm accessing in Business Central. Then currently we have the environment and production. So with Microsoft Business Central, it's a multi-company. So meaning we can manage or create multiple database in one system. So for example, I'm accessing RB Corporation and want to log in to another company. So I can easily switch by clicking the company and I click this switch account. Okay. Then we also have here yung Copilot. So this is the built-in integrate AI tool that we can use no para mas ma-maximize natin yung ating system. So you can ask questions no kung ano po ba yung mga, for example, ano yung sales natin for the month, how much yung sales natin for the month. So you can also ask this on the Copilot. So aside from that, we also have here that tell me functionality or yung search functions that we can use also. So for example, I'm going to search a certain module or a certain transaction. So ita-type ko lang po yung letters, no? Not necessarily lahat ng word ita-type ko. So in a few letters, no, I can see na yung mga modules na hinahanap ko or transactions. Okay? Then we also have the notification bell. So pag may mga notifications po tayo. Then of course, we have yung settings. So sa settings, we can see yung personalize. So sa personalize, so we can personalize yung interface ng ating system. So if I click personalize, so you can see I have the option to add fields, to clear personalization. Then as you can see, pag chinek ko yung mga modules natin, like for example, the purchasing, if I want it to move or to hide. So pag hide, so hindi mo siya makikita when you open the system. Pag to move, so you just change the position. So as you can see, marami akong naka-hide, no? Para at least simplified yung view ko. And makita nyo rin po dito yung mga relevant lang dun sa access ko, for example. So sa baba, makita nyo dito yung mga naka-gray. So meaning naka-hide sila. So I just click done and yun. So mas simplified na po yung aking view. Okay? So going back also to the settings, we have also yung my settings and you can see here yung role. So for role, so dito natin ma-identify or makikita yung mga different roles na available in the system. So this is the default roles na meron, but you can also add roles po. So ano ba yung para saan po ba itong roles? So for us to identify yung role per employees or per user and for us to give them kung ano lang ba yung mga permissions or transactions na pwede nilang ma-access. So for example, if my role is an inventory manager, so related lang dun sa inventory manager task yung pwede kong magawa. So for us no to minimize no yung mga complication pagdating sa process or may mga users na hindi dapat nilang makita yung mga data. Okay, so that's the roles. Okay. Then we also have here, no? So let's go with the modules itself. So as you can see, we have here yung purchasing. So sa purchasing, you can see here naman dito yung mga functions that we can use, no? So we have yung vendors. So dito lang naman natin nare-record yung information ng vendor natin or supplier. Then we also have here yung purchase quotation. So dito natin nare-record yung quotation ng supplier. And of course, meron din tayo ditong purchase orders. So sa purchase orders, so dito naman natin kini-create yung PO. So how can we create PO? So click nyo lang itong purchase orders. So dito lalabas lahat ng list of PO na meron po tayo. Ayan, so makikita nyo dito yung status kung naka-open ba siya, naka-release na siya, ayan. Then, you can also add here. So, click nyo lang yung add. In this PO, so ang need lang naman natin na ilagay, of course, is yung vendor or yung supplier name. You can type the name or you can search it here. Then, if you want to add new, so pwede naman tayo mag-add here po for the new vendor. Then, okay, so for example, let's add this vendor. Then you can also see kung ano yung PO number natin. So naka-ano naman po siya dito, naka-define. So pwede siyang manual nyo siyang i-define or kung gusto nyo naka-series, so pwede din natin gawin yun. Then we can record the vendor shipment number, the status. Then kung meron tayong in-identify na contact person sa vendor management or vendor card, makita nyo rin dito and the document date. Itong vendor invoice, so if ever meron nang ipoprovide sa ating invoice si vendor, so we can put it here. But since PO pa lang naman to, so hindi naman siya necessarily na i-fill out natin. Okay? So then we have the line. So makita nyo dito yung different types sa line natin. So we can put item, resources, fixed assets, charge item. Yung charge item, ito yung sa landed cost, no? And yung sa allocation account. So for example, I choose item and then I can type the number, no? Or lalabas naman dito yung list. So it's up to you. So for example, I use this item, gas tank. Then if wala pa, no, you can still add pa rin naman. Then we have yung location code. So sa location code, so may kita nyo dito kung ano yung mga location or warehouse kung saan natin i-deliver yung item pag dineliver saan natin i-receive yung item pag dineliver ni vendor. Ayan. So you can see, click natin ang main warehouse. Then the quantity. So kung ilan po ba yung ipipio natin. So 10 for example. Yan. Then we have also yung mga other setup like yung mga posting, yung mga batch setup. So you can see here yung direct cost kung excluded VAT ba siya or with VAT. Ayan. So tayo naman po ang maglalagay niyan. Then makikita nyo dito yung quantity received. So dito sa PO na to, ilan yung na-receive. Then quantity invoice kung na-invoice na ba siya. So dito sa tab na to. Then if may mga project tayo na connected with this PO or any cost center or branches, so pwede din naman. So we can also customize itong forms natin. So pag pumunta tayo sa personalize, so mga columns na kunyari hindi naman tapos, so you can also hide it here. Okay? Yan. So as you can see sa upper right ko, so naka-save siya. So auto-save naman po yung ating system. So hindi na natin need mag-worry na for example, mawawalan tayo ng internet. So hindi natin kailangan i-re-encode yung ginawa na po natin. Then sa baba, so makikita nyo dito yung total, then kung yung VAT niya, how much, and yung total inclusive with VAT. Then yung mga invoice details and so on, makikita nyo na rin dito. Yan. So, once you fill out the PO, so pwede nyo siyang i-print, no? So, or for example, kailangan muna siyang dumaan sa approval, so we can send for approval request. Then we can also print this PO. So if you want to print, so click nyo siya, or pwede nyo naman siyang attach as PDF if you want it to email to your PO. So yung pagdating sa printing ng PO or yung sa layout ng PO, so ito yung makikita natin default sa system. Ayan, so you can see it here. But in our package, no, in Mustard Seed, so we are going to provide customization of forms. So usually we provide 5 customization of forms wherein we can define yung layout na gusto nyo pong makita sa PO. Okay? Then once na, for example, dineliver or na-invoice na po natin yung ating PO, so dito lang po yan. So punta lang tayo sa posting, you have the choice to post it. Ayan. So kung ipopost nyo siya, kung i-receive nyo ba siya, i-invoice nyo siya, or pwedeng receive in invoice. So you can do naman yan pagdating sa PO. Okay? So that's how we create a purchase order, no? PO order po natin. So then the rest of the transactions or modules naman, so same lang din naman how we create or maging code ng mga information like sa purchase invoice. So ganun din, so lalagay lang po natin kung sino yung vendor or supplier na invoice natin, and sa line, so kung item ba siya or other services ang ilalagay. Okay? So that's for purchasing. So makita nyo rin naman dito yung mga other modules like the credit memo, yung posted receipts, returns dito po. Another thing sa sales, so same lang din naman to ng process sa procurement. So this one is more on sa customer side naman. So we have the customer, so you can input the name or you can create customer or you can see the list of customers if you click this one. Yan. So maganda dito, you can also upload images, no, para mas makita niyo yung logo ng supplier natin or customer natin. Ayan. So, ganun din, pag nag-create tayo ng sales invoice or sales order, so you just click the sales invoice, then click the add, and you will see it here, yung paglagay ng customer. Ayan, dito po. So, mapapansin nyo, meron tayo dito na lumalabas na information. No? Meron tayo natawag na fact box. So, makikita nyo naman dito yung, for example, no, maglagay ako ng customer. Yan. So once I put customer here, so makita nyo dito yung customer statistic, no? So if I open this fact box, ayan, so makita ko dito, sino ba yung customer na to, yung balance niya, yung mga outstanding orders niya, and so on and so forth. So dito nyo po makikita. Okay? So next for the finance, so we have yung general journal. So dito naman po, dito tayo nagre-record ng mga journal entries. Though once we create a transaction si Business Central like invoice or payment, so automatic naman na nag-create ng entries. But if you want to create a manual entries, so dito tayo papasok sa general journals. Ayan po. Okay. Then another thing, under finance module, so we have yung chart of accounts. So dito naman natin makikita lahat ng accounts na meron tayo or chart of accounts. So in our migration process, so we can migrate your own chart of accounts if you have your own. But if wala naman, so we can use naman yung default within Business Central. Okay? So we have the budget. So kung may mga budget tayo, then sa fixed assets, so kung may mga fixed asset tayo monitor, yung lapsing schedule, yung capitalization, so dito nyo rin siya i-record. And then sa financial reporting, so as you can see, meron tayong mga default report dito like balance sheet, trial balance, cash flow, ayan. So makikita nyo po siya dito. So for example, I want to create a balance sheet. So click ko lang po yung balance sheet report. Ayan. So then I will just filter, no, ano bang gusto kong view? Naka per day ba siya? Week, month, quarter, or year. So I choose year. And then, kita nyo dito yung other information. And then sa dimension, so kung meron tayong mga cost center like branch filter, department filter, or GL filter, so makikita nyo naman yung mga different filters that we can use here. Then sa baba, ito na po yung reports na makikita natin. Okay? So again, yung report naman, since this is Microsoft, you can easily export it to Excel. Yan. So you can export it to Excel or you can print it directly. No? So if you print the reports, ito naman yung layout na nakikita niya. Yeah, so this is default lang, no? So naka-filter lang siya nung 2024. So, kaya walang lumalabas. Okay? Then ang maganda rin po dito, so we can also create our own report, no? So if you want to create your own report, so mayroon naman capabilities dito. So you will just choose ano ba yung mga information na gusto niyo pong palabasin. Okay? So that's the finance. Then we have the cash management. So this is more on the cash receipt journals, payment journals. So if we're going to record a payment from customer or record a payment to our supplier, so dito natin siya ginagawa. Then we also have yung bank reconciliation. So just to highlight lang, no, sa bank reconciliation ni Microsoft Business Central, so we have also the Copilot here. So it will help you to reconcile, no, kung may mga transactions kayo. So the system will or the AI will help you, no, to reconcile yung mga kunyari same sila ng account number, same sila ng amount. So magpo-provide siya sa inyo ng recommendation. Okay? Ayan. Then another pa po, no, so if you want to create mga different report, for example, per customers, So open nyo lang yung list of customers ninyo and then here, click nyo lang yung three dot. So you can create yung mga reports, na statement. Then we have also other report. So, ayan. So more options. So meron tayong reports, sales reports. Ayan, financial reports per customer. Ayan, with detailed. Then yan. So meron din tayong mga general reports like customer list and so on. So same with also with the vendor. So you can also explore yung mga reports na using the here reports option of it. Okay. Then for the items, so you can see it here. So list of items, no? Makita nyo rin po dito. Yan. So yung sa list of items, makita nyo kagad yung inventory, yung type of inventory niya, measurement, yung unit cost. So you can also add columns if needed. Then yung costing method, kung moving average pa siya, first in, first out, ayan, dito po siya. Okay, ayan po. Then, yeah, so I think that's the overview of our system. So for all reports also, no, so you can see here, no, click nyo lang all reports and the system will give you different modules. For example, I want to explore all the finance report. So click ko lang to explore and lalabas na po dito lahat ng report na available. Okay, so I think that's for now for the overview of our system for Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central.